Hi, everybody. Claudia from the Wee Garden Homestead here. Welcome to I got to check, day 8 of Vlogmas or Quiltmas. I don't know. I still haven't decided which we're calling it. I think today we'll go with Quiltmas because I am working on a quilt. I'm starting a new quilt that I need for Christmas. I have until 2 days after Christmas because I think that's when the family get-together is going to be. It's just easier to get all 4 families, plus Salty and I, together if we don't do it actually on Christmas Day. It's a lot to get the kids and the grandkids and everybody together on Christmas Day. So I'm still going to try to have it finished by Christmas because I would feel more comfortable like that, and it shouldn't be a problem. So I think we're going to go to the tabletop, and I'll show you what I've got going and what I'm working with. So to start with, when my local Joann's closed, and they closed before the rest of them closed. They closed back in, I think it was January or February, but they lost their lease. So they closed, and I grabbed this for my teenage grandson who likes to go deer hunting. I thought this was a good one with the deer on it. And then I grabbed this and the brown and the green to go with it. And I was just going to do a 3-yard quilt. And then when the other Joann's closed, the one in Sarasota that I went to a bunch of times, I found this, I think it's Realtree actually print. So I found this and I added this to the mix. Pretty sure that one was Joann's too. This is David Textiles, but I'm pretty sure that was Joann's. It was in one of my hauls. And I was thinking I was going to do some type of a 3-yard quilt. Then about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I was at Alma Sue's quilt shop in Sarasota, and I found this, and it's kind of big for me to show you the whole thing, but this is a Realtree panel with a big deer on it. And I thought, well, 2 big deer on it. So I thought that was perfect to go with what I already had. I don't normally work with panels, so this will be one of the first ones. I did do one for, I think it was Jilly a few years back. So I'm using the panel, and I'm using these 4. So I think I'm going to use the panel, and then I'm going to do a border around the panel. I'm not sure how wide yet, out of the leaves, the camo. And then I'm going to make stars. You know, I love those Sawtooth stars. Out of these, I'm going to fussy cut the deer for the centers. And then I'm going to do half of them with brown background and green points, and half of them with green background and brown points. Shoo, that was a lot. So today, what I'm doing today to get started, just going to slide these out of the way. I am actually writing up my design so that I know what I'm going to do. Now I have already started my piece of paper here. It says Cole's Deer Quilt. I want it to be about a throw size. Could be a little bit bigger, but I don't want to go a lot bigger on that because I have to quilt it on my machine, on my little domestic machine. The panel is 36 by 44. I can trim it back a little bit because around the edges is just like woodsy background. I could trim it a little bit if I need to make, yes. Oh, okay. That's okay. I could trim this a little bit to make it fit. However, the squares for the stars go around. So the center is going to be 36 by 44. So I want it to be 50. So I'm going to do a little math here. So 50 minus 36 is what, 14. And then 65 minus 44 is 21. So on the sides, I want to add about 7 inches each at least. And then on the top, and the bottom each, I want to add at least 11. So we're going to work out some math here at some point. So I'm going to have my centerpiece, and this is obviously not going to be to scale. I'll work out the math as I go. My Sawtooth stars are 8 inches. So this is going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to be wider than 50, but I think I can work with the 65 pretty easy. So if my Sawtooth stars are 8 inches here, I've got 36-ish there, and I've got 8 here. I've still got to make it work this way. So 44 divided by 8. Got to pull out the phone calculator here. 5.5. Salty's recording for me today. So we're going to go with 6. So we're going to have 6. That was the 44, right? That I said? Okay, so we're going to have 6. I don't know where to line this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are going to be stars. And then across the bottom, we're going to have 36 divided by 8. I'm waiting for my calculator. Oh, I could have done that in my head. I don't even know what I was thinking. 4. So this is going to be stars across here. And then we've got the corners. And I'm going to work those in at some point. So these are going to be... I'm going to go ahead and make all of these stars. We'll need this. That's 4 even, isn't it? So I'll probably just do cornerstones here to make them fit, because this is going to come a little longer than that. I don't know. I'll make all of those. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 10. I need 20 stars. And I'm going to make those. And then I'm going to go back and figure out how big my borders need to be after I make the stars and decide what I'm working with here. Actually, I might go with 5, 6. I might go with 5 across the bottom and just make these borders a little wider, and then go with cornerstones. I think that's what I'll do. So I need 22 stars. I got 40 here. 6. Got right? 6 times 8 is 48. Not 56. So that'll make the star blocks. Yeah. The star blocks will come out to 48 by 40. So that's perfect. We'll need to add 2 inches in here and 2 inches in here to make the border. So I'll probably cut those at 2.5. And then I'll just do a border around the outside to finish it up. So it'll be a little bit bigger than the 50 by 65, but I think this is going to work. So the next thing I need to do is go cut out my 22 stars and get those going, and we're going to make this work. This is quite often how it works. They're not all drawn out perfectly. They start with an idea, and I just kind of start building on that idea and mostly wing it. So this is going to be it for me today. I'm probably going to go start cutting, but I don't know that you really want to watch me cut. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I'll put that in, maybe I'll put that in tomorrow's video. But this is it for me today for day 8 of Vlogmas or Quiltmas, whichever we want to call it. I don't know. What are you calling it? Today, like I said, I'm going to call it Quiltmas. But that's it for me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Is this going to work? Because I'm never sure until I get going on it. We'll be back tomorrow to sew some stars. Thanks so much.